City. She was in the Ithaca Comedy Festival, 2 nights out there, comedy HOF shows out there, and she really did a great job out there, stepped it up and went out there and did the festival. She also worked back in October of 2025 in New York City. She worked for Brian Stoops at the Whiskey Cellar and the Laughing Buddha Club. She was out there doing her thing in New York, twice already out in New York. She's out of New Hampshire, but she's traveling. She's paying her dues, so to speak. She's hosted a big show October 23rd, the Halloween-themed show. Killed it at Keeping It Real Comedy in Cranston, Rhode Island. She's up and down in New Hampshire through the states of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New York City. Her name is Gigi Fall. She is unfiltered, and she's here tonight. Welcome, Gigi, to Wrestling with Comedy.
Hey. Thank you, Joel. That is quite the introduction. I appreciate it. How you doing? Happy to be here.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to have you, and, it's well-deserved. Gigi Fall, if you don't know, she is a stand-up comedian out of the state of New Hampshire, like we had introduced her. She's one of the comedians that are out there on the scene. Let's get this shit straight right now. She's one of the comedians that is chasing it down for real. She travels. She hits the open mic. She does the shows, the paid spots. She was on this show right here. We're going to bring this up right now. October 23rd. She was the host. Take a look at her right there. She was the hostess with the mostest, the big Halloween show. She traveled up with her lovely daughter and her brother. It was a great show. She took the roof off. Her first shot at hosting on a paid show. We're proud to have it. What a job she did. And now tonight she's on Wrestling with Comedy live streaming. Gigi, let me ask you, when was your first show and your upstart, and who was it for and what state?
When was my first show?
Yeah, open mic, whenever you started, whenever you got on stage.
My first open mic was November 4th, 2024 at the Laugh Attic in Manchester.
Okay, yeah. That was 2024?
Yeah.
At the Laugh Attic in Manchester, New Hampshire. So, so let's think about it. And what month was that?
November. It was right after Halloween.
November, right after Halloween. Mm-hmm. So you're about to hit 2 years on the scene.
I am. I'm very excited.
Yes. Yeah.
Very excited.
Yes, so if you just joined us, Gigi Fall's here. She's out of the state of New Hampshire, but she's traveling around. She's a stand-up comedian. She's absolutely hilarious. She always brings the good energy. She supports the other comedians. She's not one of the comedians at an open mic that will shut her mouth and try not to laugh at the other comedians. She'll support everybody. You don't see that too much. She's laughing right now. Gigi, let me ask you. Let's talk about it. Yeah. You just got back from New York. You're the big Ithaca Comedy Festival. Tell us take us through the 2 nights. It was traditional. It's a paid fee to get in. You have to be accepted. Can you tell the audience a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, I sent them a tape, because that's what you do. You fill out the app. And I sent them a tape about the stuff that I did in New York, actually. I sent them a clip of that, about when I talk about my mom, and that's always entertaining, right? Because, my mom's She's not like all the rest of the moms. She's a little bit different. And so that story's funny. And they accepted it, and I was very happy. And it's beautiful there. It was, upstate New York, but Ithaca itself it's a very artsy, eclectic town. And it was right in downtown, and they have Ithaca Fest at the same time going on. Because it's actually a big party, because it's a college town. So it was a big party that they started years ago, because the college kids go back home.
Oh, I get it. So
they throw a town party to celebrate. Bye.
I get it. So how many comedians entered in the contest, the 2-night contest out there?
It wasn't actually a contest. It was just a show.
Okay.
So I think there was 8 to 10 people on each night, and there was 5 different shows.
Oh, okay.
So there was 2 shows Friday night and 2 shows Saturday night, and then an opening show on Thursday. I didn't go to that one. And, it was in this, I don't want to say trap house. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just this downtown place. It could have been anywhere in New Hampshire, New England, but the guy who was one of the hosts was, because each night they had a different host and they did their own things. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
I was lucky enough to get on 2 nights, and they had me on the late one.
Yo, wow. It makes
that
sense.
Was kind of fun.
Well, that makes sense.
So, but because of it, I also got to go see. I went and sat in, and I had my man with me, so we went and sat in on the show before too. So we got to see the early shows. Listen, there were so many funny people. It was absolutely ridiculous. The host was very nice. Sir Kenneth was like the overall man who organized it. He was a sweetheart. And then, the other hosts from each one, they were very nice. There was 2 mics, of course, 2 mics hosting the mics.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, and being in New York City, what was the fee to get into the festival? Was there a fee?
It was like, I think when I did it, it was like $35, but for women, it was $25.
Now, why would that be? Why would it be 25 for females and 35 for men?
Because they were leaded to, that was just part of the application thing.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So that was their thing. They were encouraging women. It was basically a festival to encourage newcomers and
females,
women, and all the comedians. There was definitely a lot of women, and there was still men too, and it was young, old, all kinds of people. It was so many funny people.
Well, that's great. Well, you're in New York, Gigi. You're in New York. No matter what part of New York you're in, you're going to get a lot of different talent out there, especially in stand-up comedy. It's a big city. Now, you've been out here too, Gigi. Let's talk about it. You've been at the Amvits in Haverhill, Massachusetts on the open mic shows. You've been at the WOW, the Wild Billiards out there in Concord, New Hampshire. Tell us a little bit about those shows and what you enjoy about those shows and how you got on them and a little bit of your experience at those venues.
Amvets was a while ago. That one, I haven't been in a little bit. It's on Thursday nights. It's a very nice, it's at a veterans place. So, who doesn't want to, that crowd, they love to hear stories about your grandkids and your dysfunctional family, and that was cool. My friend was hosting that for a while. I haven't been because it's on the same night as the Laugh Attic and some of the other places that I go to. In the Wild Billiards, that's in Concord, right? That one, I think, is in Concord. I went to
Concord, New Hampshire.
Nice too. That's my friend Joe. He started that one up there. It was very nice. It's down below in a basement of a arcade place, pool hall.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. I mean, it's fun to go into different places because there is comedy all over. Sometimes it's in a basement, sometimes it's in an attic.
That's right. That's the life of being a stand-up comedian, the open mic scene, folks. You're hearing it first from Gigi Fall. She's someone that's been there, done that. She's been on the scene going on 2 years. She travels to New York City. She's hit the state of Rhode Island, Massachusetts, all through New Hampshire, hitting the open mics. Like I had said earlier when the show had started tonight, Wrestling with Comedy, she's paying her dues, and she's really getting better and better as she does what she does. And you also been out there at the Melise Comedy. It's a crust down in Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Yes.
So what's going on over there?
Oh, that place is nice. He's a really good host. That's Maxwell Schultz with Malice Comedy. He puts on shows there, and he does an open mic on Wednesday. He also opened another one in Haverhill. I think it's in Lawrence, I'm sorry, at Refskillion. So that just started. Like, that's nice. He does, those are probably 20, 25 people, so it's not crazy late, and it's outside because that venue is a pizza place. They have fantastic pizza and really nice drinks, and it's right by the water in Haverhill. Like, it's really pretty if you go in the back there, if you show up early, and it's a nice night like tonight. If I were there tonight, I'd be out back there smoking before I went up.
Smoking some Mary Jane, I take it.
Yeah, you know it, because Massachusetts knows where it's at,
Well, there you go.
Unfortunately, New Hampshire is a little behind the fucking,
Well, New Hampshire is the live free or die state. That's what they say it is, anyways.
It's bullshit, Joel. It's bullshit.
I'm just telling you what I heard.
Run by pilgrims.
Well, there you go. It's Gigi Fall. She's hilarious. She doesn't even try to be funny. She's just funny. She's just a laid-back lady. Listen, I tell it the way it is, folks. It's the real deal, Joel Davis. It's Wrestling with Comedy. We're not going to, sugarcoat anything on this show.
No.
I just tell you just the way it is. Gigi, growing up, who inspired you? Did you have any favorite comedians growing up?
Actually, I think about that a lot. I think, my first comedians that I've always watched comedy. And the first comedian, I'm not sure if anybody even remembers, Jerry Lewis.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Jerry Lewis, the marathon and everything else.
Oh my God. Jerry Lewis was hilarious.
He was.
When I was really young, I watched him. And then Abbott and Costello, they were on TV. They were funny. And
I love it that you know who they are. I love that.
Oh yeah. I used to watch that. Like, Joel, I know. It's my last year in my 50s, Joel. It's my last year in my 50s.
Really, let me tell you something. You don't look a day over 48. Gigi.
Well, fucking hallelujah for that, right? Hallelujah.
Gigi,
hanging out with those grandkids, it's working for me, I guess.
Gigi, let's talk about it. October 23rd, 2025, I would believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that was a milestone in your career. I believe that was your first paid spot. I was a promoter for that show. It was a Halloween show, October 23rd. The poster's right here, 2025. You came into Cranston, Rhode Island, like I said earlier. You brought in your lovely daughter and your brother, and we had for a smaller room. It was packed. The house was packed, and you basically, not even basically, you were the host, and you really crushed it. Tell us about that show, going into the show, leaving the show, how you felt coming in, how you felt coming out.
I was nervous because I'd never done that, and of course, you were a new friend. Do you know what I mean? Barely knew you. So that's challenging.
Whoa! What's that got to do with anything? Barely knew me. I mean, and all the promoters. We don't know all the promoters. That doesn't matter.
Right.
You got an opportunity.
But
and you took it.
I think that would, because it's not every day. Like, I'm not the kind of person that, even though I do the comedy and I go out and about, I haven't always been.
I understand.
I wasn't always outgoing.
I understand. I understand what you meant. Okay.
Even though I'm, the funny person.
I understand.
Like, that's with, like, my family and friends.
I understand.
I was never gonna go and do, you know what I mean? In my youth, I would never do that stuff.
You would never.
I would never go anywhere with a complete fucking stranger.
Well, you didn't drive with me. I know that. You drove.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, like, for me to go down there, I was like, oh, that's crazy. So it was an honor, and I had a blast.
Yeah.
I was nervous, but I had a blast. And it's a nice little spot. It was nice to meet all those people and the couple, the Archie Bunker and listen,
Paul and Kathy,
my dad's favorite show, so that was spectacular. And the Wolfman was hilarious.
Yes, he was.
The
werewolf. The werewolf. That show. I'm going to just tell you right now. I've been on the scene going on 4 years. I've been in entertainment since 1991. Gigi, I'm going to tell you straight up. That show in Cranston, Rhode Island at Morosco's Bar and Grill that I promoted there. That was October 23rd, 2025. You hosted that show. You came in. I gave you the opportunity. You took the ball and ran with it, so to speak. And I'm going to tell you something. That was one hell of a show. Hey, listen, I know I was the promoter, but I'm telling you, look at that audience. That audience was hot as a pistol. Yes. Everybody was on, even including the young upstart Nick Rossi. He was on. Everybody was on that night.
He's funny, yes. I haven't seen, yes.
That
he's
show
hilarious.
He was hilarious. That show was booked. And Gigi Fall's here tonight. It's about Gigi Fall tonight. She is a stand-up comedian right out of the state of New Hampshire. Gigi, what do you like the most about stand-up comedy, and what do you dislike the most?
I like that there's a lot of place to practice. Here in Manchester, there aren't a lot of places to practice. I like the fact that anybody can just go sign up at an open mic. Like, that's banana. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool, right? That's cool. So you can just go practice, and that's crazy. What is hard is, like, you can practice and practice and practice. If you want to, it takes years. Like, Joel had, I know it was going to take years. That's the thing. You don't really always know that people, the people who have made it, and we know their names, they've been doing it double-digit years. I should have started long ago, had I known. I would have been single.
Well,
I would have never had kids. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But let me chime in real quick. Let me tell you the facts. The facts are there are comedians on the scene right now that are 6-7 years in, and they are stardom right now. So that bullshit about 10 years plus, that is bullshit. And I'm telling you right now,
sometimes it
just
seems
depends
that
on,
way. Sometimes,
yeah, it just depends on who you are, what your persona is, and some people got it and some people don't get it. Some people go to school and they get trained, but they get trained by individuals that never really made it out of the state themselves. So I don't know why they're being trained. I mean, and that's just a fact, Jack. And I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean, Gigi? So don't ever think it's going to take you 10 years. Don't think that.
Right.
You may.
Well, I mean, and the other part is it doesn't. It's also too. You have to just look at it as like it's just art. It's like if I were painting and I loved painting, it doesn't matter if I'm going to be a famous painter, right? I'm painting because it's what I like to do.
Well, there you go.
Not everybody's going to like my stuff, and it's not like, well, comedy is the same thing. It's just another art form, and I can't really paint, so.
Well, there you go. And you know what?
I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Gigi Fall's here tonight, stand-up comedian out of state of New Hampshire. She's hitting 2 years on the scene. She just got back from Ithaca, New York. She did a 2-day festival out there, comedy festival. She was back in New York last October. She worked for Brian Stoops out there at the Whiskey Cellar. She also worked the Laughing Buddha Club in New York City. She's up and down New Hampshire. She's through Massachusetts and Rhode Island and New York City 2 years in. She's a really nice person on the outside of the scene too. I've got to know her as a friend, and I will tell you, she's very modest, and and folks, just so you know, everybody's got a mission in stand-up comedy. I'm shooting for the stars, and I'm looking at going full time, but not everybody's looking for that, and they have different things going on that may not be in their cards, so to speak, to be able to make that big move. So, Gigi Fall, we're about 9 minutes in. We got something called Dealing the Names. We got 5 names for you, Gigi. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. Take a hit of that joint again. Maybe you'll be ready a little more. Here we go. I don't know. You got the producer over to the side. You're getting the okay. Hit that joint again.
What are we doing?
Here we go.
We're playing games?
Dealing the Names is something that we have on Wrestling with Comedy podcast. It's called Dealing the Names, a segment for every episode. The first name on your list is Lucille Ball.
Oh, God. Who doesn't love Lucille Ball?
There you go. One statement or a word. How would you describe Lucille Ball?
Lucille Ball, that woman was one of a kind. That woman was one of a kind. She was a force of nature, and she paved the way for so many, first of all, women in comedy, and then mixed relationships on TV. She got her husband on TV in the 60s, right? The 50s.
Excellent.
Not an easy task. Like, she fought the studios to get him there. She was a pioneer. And that woman, we owe a lot to her in comedy. And it makes me sad, when people go, oh, women aren't funny. Women aren't funny. It's like, are you living under a rock?
Well, there you go. So that's Lucille Ball. So one word, one statement, dealing the names. The next name on your list is Liz Miller.
Ooh, Liz Miller. She's a local one, right?
Well, I don't know. These are your names. You let me know. If you know, if you don't know, we can pass to number 3. She's a stand-up comedian.
Actually, I know who Liz Miller is, but I haven't actually seen her out. We were supposed to be on a show together, and I think it got rescheduled.
Not a problem, Gigi. I love how you are. You're keeping it real. It's Wrestling with Comedy. I am your host, the Real Deal Joel Davis. Thank you for joining us. The numbers are going up, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're still going to be here for another 7 minutes. Gigi Fall is here, stand-up comedian, and she's keeping it real, like we said. And number 3 on your list tonight, dealing the names. Are you ready? Her name is Julie Wesner, but she became stand-up recently.
I love her. Watch your napkins around Julie, people. Watch your napkins.
That's all you got to say. Okay. All right. There you go. That was number 3. Dealing the Names. Must be an inside joke or something. Number 4 on Dealing the Names with Gigi Fall, stand-up comedian. Number 4. Her name is Jeannie DeRosa. She goes as the Barbie doll.
Sweet lady. She is a sweet lady. Yes. And she's a teacher, and her jokes are hilarious.
Well, there you go. And dealing the names here tonight with Gigi Fall on Wrestling with Comedy. Number 5, the last name on your list tonight is Katie Farrell.
It's weird. I knew you were going to say Katie. Sometimes I know things. Do I know lottery numbers? No, I don't. Never. Katie's a sweetheart, too. I love Katie. I haven't seen her in a little bit. She's doing hosting of AmVets. She is hilarious as well. I probably owe her a text message.
Well, there you go. And just so you know, folks, listeners and viewers tonight on Wrestling with Comedy, none of the guests know any of the names on Dealing the Names. They're revealed on the show live here tonight. Nice. Gigi just had like ESP, I guess, on that number 5 on her list. Gigi, any upcoming shows you'd like to talk about and your social media?
I was very excited. I'm on... It's a women's only open mic at Steve Sweeney's Comedy Den in Quincy next week.
That's impressive.
Totally excited about that. Of course, did I look at the map? I mean, to know exactly where Quincy is? No. I moved to Manchester, Joel. The gas prices are killing me because I still work in Nashua. That's the only crappy part about, it's the other crappy part about the comedy thing is just that
travel.
You like traveling, but like it's a solo gig. Nobody can come with me. You know what I mean? Like I live with my boyfriend, and he has a different schedule. He does his own thing. He can't be driving. You know what I mean? We can't. It's a solo thing, and it's late at night, and blah 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 blah. But the gas prices are kind of annoying right now. But needless to say, I saw.
Well, that's a big show. When's that again? Tell the audience so people can know about your show again. Steve Sweeney's Den in Quincy, Mass. You know the date?
It is June 18th. Yeah. And I last night I was at Chopsticks in Leominster with Spanky's Comedy.
Okay.
With Tank, the host. That guy, hilarious. You would love him. He was so funny. And he has a couple of different spots through a Mass under Spanky's Comedy that he does. It was very funny. It was a good show.
Excellent. So Gigi's very active. This is Gigi Fall here, stand-up comedian. She's talking about the Steve Sweeney show coming up on June the 16th. Last night she was a women's only show at Steve Sweeney.
Yeah, it's women's only.
Steve Sweeney's the only man that'll be in the house that night, apparently. And then you have and then Gigi last night was on the stage working for Tank Patton out there at the, what was it called? Tank Patton show?
It's Chopsticks in Leominster. He just started doing the things, yeah.
Oh, excellent. So, Gigi, you've been doing so much. I'm so glad to have you on the show. We still have 4 minutes, folks. Any comments or questions, Gigi is here on the show. We only bring you the best in the area, stand-up comedians and professional wrestlers that have been on the scene. That's what we bring here on Wrestling with Comedy. And, that's the thing. Gigi does make faces. You've seen her stick her tongue out. She does impersonations. She does so much. Gigi, I'm going to throw a statement at you, and you go ahead and finish it. You ready?
Yeah.
When I got into stand-up comedy, I never thought
it was such a sausage fest.
Oh, there you go. It's Gigi Fall. She's unfiltered for a reason, not the season. That's why they call her the unfiltered one. Gigi Unfiltered Fall. Gigi, your social media. Throw your social media out there. Go ahead. Good opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. I'm on Instagram at UnfilteredGigi67 and Facebook at Christine Gigi Fall.
Okay, yes. And anybody can reach out and give you a follow, and I'm sure if anybody has any questions. Any advice for any stand-up comedians that want to get into comedy?
Just do it. Just get up there, do it. Do your thing. Write all the stupid, silly things down. Worst case scenario, they bomb or they don't. I say, I'm trying new stuff. Maybe it'll land. Maybe it won't. Let's find out.
Well, that's part of it, and that's part about being a stand-up comedian. It's not easy. Like I said before, if it was easy, everybody be doing it. What happens sometimes is comedians get in, they do a few open mics, they get discouraged. After 2 or 3 months, they just disappear out of the scene completely. And so when you see someone like Gigi hitting 2 years, you know that she's means what she wants to do, and she's a player for real is what I call it. Gigi, real quick before we say goodnight, we got 2 minutes left. One of your favorite stories, a hilarious story about a road trip maybe, or at a show, being a comedian. Real quick, do you have a story for the audience tonight?
Traveling to New York with you and Julie and Leanne, hilarious times. Very, very funny. When we went into, listen, do you remember? Do you remember when I danced on the bar?
Yes.
Right? And do you remember the man there? Do you remember the man?
The man that was wearing a bra?
Yes!
And what club was that? That was a famous club.
That was Coyote Ugly Bar. Listen, I was going through my thing today to clean out my phone because it did that thing again where I took the video and it didn't show up. Fucking stupid thing. Anyway, so I was cleaning it out and came across those. That was fun. That was so funny. There was the man at the bar there, and he had a bra on and no shirt. Obviously, that's how we saw the bra.
That is funny. This is...
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time. So many great memories, and you make so many great friends, and I think it's really therapeutic for all of us in stand-up comedy. We all love seeing each other do well, and we have so many great memories, and the journey is not easy in stand-up comedy, but like Gigi's nodding her head, yes, you stick with it, and you get so many great times to go back to and look at to make yourself smile and get you through those tough days. This was Gigi Fall here on Wrestling with Comedy. I'm your host, the Real Deal Joel Davis. Gigi, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best, Gigi. You know that.
You.
And until next time, folks, keep it real at all costs. Good night, everybody.